You were in a gang.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to kill anybody?
During the time of me being dead for 5 minutes, I saw 12 angels.
First you see angels, you see Jesus, now you're telling me you're reading the book of Revelation. At what age?
Age 3.
Listen, we have the new End Times DVD. It's investigates End Times investigation. I have a lot of my friends on here: Lisa Haven, Michael Lake. I have Josh Peck, L.A. Marzulli, Stephen Bancrofts. I mean, 8 hours of me investigating things like Satanism, demonic powers, Illuminati, New World Order, Antichrist, One World Religion, End Times miracles, Bible prophecy. Folks, let me tell you something. One day, what you're watching us on right now, it's called television, it's called social media, it's called the internet. They're going to turn that baby off. You need a hard asset. When all this stuff gets shut off, this is what you're going to be able to learn from and to understand. So I want you to text the word chosen to 91999 or go to davidheavener.tv/order or call 844-806-0006. Everybody, David here. Welcome to David Heavener TV. To my left, I have a very special person, Mr. Rich Burnett.
Hey, Rich.
So, Rich, you dress like a gangster with the hat. You know, it's like an Al Capone. What's that all about?
I used to dress way different than this.
Yeah, I know you did.
But now,
you were in a gang.
Yeah.
Okay, I said gangster. I was kind of joking because you're dressed now like Al Capone, but it wasn't too long ago you were actual real gangster on the streets, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and I want to find out what that's all about. But before we do, I want to go back to the beginning, almost the beginning of your life. You were 3 years old.
3 years
okay.
old.
You drowned and your grandfather saved you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what happened.
Well, all right. So my mom was tanning and my papa was in the kitchen. So I was 3 and I had the orange arm floaties on. Well, I thought, here's my chance. I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to swim in the deep end, Well, I took the arm floaties off. I jumped in off the diving board into the 9 foot of water. Well, I didn't make it. Well, I was dead for 5 minutes. I drowned. My mom froze. I remember when I was struggling, she couldn't move. She was in shock. And I didn't make it. And during the time of me being dead for 5 minutes, I saw 12 angels surround me, and then I saw the silhouette of Jesus. And it's so vivid, and he said, it's not his time, send him back.
Well, now you were 3 years old. There's people out there asking, scratching their head going, wow, Rich, you're 3 years old. How do you remember this?
I remember everything from my childhood after I died and came back.
Wow. So, okay, so you came back, God brought you back because he said he has a plan for you, which we're going to get into.
Yeah.
What, from 3 years old to through your adolescence, through teenage years, what happened? Were you walking with the Lord? Did you know the Lord? Were you a Christian at that time?
All right. After I came to, after my grandfather, he's my papa, what happened is he finally took me up off the ground because they couldn't get the water out of my lungs. He threw me over his shoulders and jumped up and down. And then I coughed up all the water out of my lungs. When I came to, I was like, where's those people with those wings at, Papa? I didn't know what angels was.
Where's them angels at, Mama?
And my papa, he was like, oh man, he's going to have a calling. I got to teach him the Bible. So he started teaching me the Bible. And I was always more interested in the book of Revelation more than anything.
Right. At what age?
Age 3.
First you see angels, you see Jesus. Now you're telling me you're reading the book of Revelation. I'm not doubting you because God said unless you become as a child, you can't inherit the kingdom of God. Okay, so you started learning the Bible. Did you start going to church when you were an adolescent?
My grandparents started taking me to church.
Yeah.
And I was always going to church every Sunday. They was Baptist. But during my whole time going to church, it was like a tug of war with God and the devil.
Yeah.
Now, when I come back now, my eyes are open to the spirit realm.
Yeah.
I see shadow demons. I can see portals opening up in the sky. I see angels. Yeah. And So the devil would always get in my ear. Well, God didn't want you when you was 3. Why do you think He wants you now?
How old were you then?
It was steady.
Steady.
It was a steady growth. Growing. I guess because now, what man of God I am now. Now I'm a pastor in the making. I'm working on my pastor license. I get mentorship from my pastor. I'm in charge of the outreach program at my church.
Yeah.
And I'm witnessing to drug addicts, gangsters, homeless people.
That's awesome. I want to get into that, but I want to go back to your fighting angels and demons, okay? Every Christian, Rich, I think you'll agree with me, we are a battleground. We're a spiritual battleground. If we know the Lord and we have the Spirit of God in us, there's going to be a battle. I mean, I tell people out there all the time, if you're not feeling the bumps, if you're not dealing with demons, I question, do you know the Lord, right? Because if you're dangerous to Satan, and clearly you are, because God had a plan for you, Satan didn't want that to happen, then when you're dangerous to Satan, he's going to come after you. All right. Yes. So here you are. You're a teenager, what age did you get into drugs?
I started smoking marijuana when I was 13.
Okay. So the devil was saying, okay, go ahead and smoke marijuana. Go ahead and do some drugs. It's okay. And
I come from a broken home. My biological father left when I was 4 years old. Then I got adopted when I was 7. But it was hard coming up. Like, you know, I was telling you, like, a lot of people, if you're not walking in spirit or you don't know nothing about heaven and hell and angels and demons, people look at you like you're crazy, you're making it up, you need medicine and all that, you know. Right. But it's just, it was a battle. It was a battlefield for real. Like,
yes. So you got into drugs heavy. You became a drug dealer.
A drug dealer, a drug user.
And you were in a gang.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to hurt anybody?
Sometimes.
Did you ever have to kill anybody?
Nah, they didn't come to that, thank God. But the battlefield was deep though. We shot at people, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, and you went to prison, right? Yeah. And what'd you go? Months. 17 months. What'd you go to prison for?
It was over. It was a wrongful incarceration. They said I pulled my pistol out on them, and I never did. I took my pistol off my waistline and threw it to my girlfriend at the time. And well, they wanted to make an example out of me because they knew the police officers in this small town in Kentucky. Right. Well, I did 17 months. They got me for 2 bail jumping. I got out on the ankle monitor and I finished my incarceration. Yeah. I come back down to Alabama. Now I was possessed when I got back to Alabama.
You were possessed. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. When we come back, I'm going to be asking Rich, how did he deal with this possession? Number one, in other words, possessed by a demon. Number two is there was witchcraft all around him. And number three, how did he finally come to Jesus and get clean and be where he is right now? I'm David Heavener. Stay with me. The brand new DVD of Last Evangelist. You can get it right now. It's limited collector's edition. It's got the new episode on it, along with band videos with me and Michael Lake and Lisa Haven, Sheila Lazinski. If you'd like to get involved with the ministry and be a supporter, text the word chosen to 91999. We sure could use your help. And please don't forget my new books that are out, True Power and End Times Investigation. And you can get all this stuff there at davidheavener.tv/order. Don't forget to sign up to davidheavener.tv. Spencer, go to davidheavener.tv. If you guys aren't members, you need to go sign up right now. Go there. I want to show you the video you just saw on Russ. I've got more videos. I opened up a channel this morning called the Coming Holocaust channel. You've got multiple videos on there. Let's go show them that channel. You've got the Holocaust survivor tried to warn us. Zev Porat talks about his family was exterminated in the Holocaust. Nazi experiments in America today. Russ talks about program multiples, which we're going to hear from Russ again. Christian persecution camp, and then the demons of the Holocaust. Okay, so go right there. Sign up on David Heavener TV. You can watch that. We have over 20 channels. If you scroll down there, Spencer, they'll see the channels. All you have to do is go to davidheavener.tv, sign up, folks. You get 30 days free, and I'm going to end it this week. No more 30 days free after this week, okay? Just go sign up. If you'll sign up for a year, you'll get 2 months free. So consider supporting the ministry and sign up at davidheavener.tv.